At the door. Want to come in? Okay, come in. Come in. Scratches at the door, scratches at the door, and you don't want to come in. Do you want to come in or not? Tell me, you want to come in? So what are you doing? You coming in or not? You gonna meow or just stay at the door? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Huh? There you go. There you go. There you go. Let me shut the door now. I sort of try to put together painting that. Let me see if I can get that picture over there. Yeah, I just painted that piece right there. Here. Is this Leo? If it is, check on. You can probably put up some pictures today. And I can't keep up to everything everybody says because I'm in my own world. I don't know very much of the outside world. What I do with the elements of the outside world is I break them apart according to the word, according to the numbers. And those who need help looking for that one little screw to get through a cranny because they can't match this point with that point, maybe that's something of what I do. A little bit for everybody. I have no idea what it is. And along with it comes a story. The story that is told by one number. Check M8. Check M8. M8. It's funny that you have M8 because if I multiplied it, I have 10,4. I have JD, part of my last video communication. 522 or 5522 creating 10,4. The five dice and the 4 dice are the invert of each other. It tells a huge story. Screw you too. Why do you say? Listen, I can't understand the language that's going on. But what am I looking when I check M8? Let me go to M8. Check M8. Do I look it up or what do I do? And okay. I'm not really sure what's on tonight's agenda. I had a few things and I got busy doing other things. So I usually like when everybody else puts their own input. And until that happens, I'm just going to talk about some dots and some squares. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so I just want to do some just real basic. It's just everything is basic. I need to start from almost near the beginning. On the 6th day, apparently this God, which to me the word is a gate of a divider, G-O-D. The D is actually the heart of what G is, because 1, 2, 3, and then D, and then 3, 2, 1. So it's the heart. So if we were really looking at the seventh gate as a number 7, we'd go up to 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. But in gematria, we use the seventh gate as going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we have 4 over here. And we have a big fat cat that just jumped up on the table. And we have to put her down. Okay. Now she just made me, I just forgot on my own. Where was I with this? Wow. Not fair to myself. Was it with 55 and 22? I'm just trying to think, what did the cat just do to me? Again, all the time. Cat got your tongue. Just trying to think. I was talking about 55, 22, 7, 8, 9. M8 is sound for mate equals some societies are not adapted to 5D. Okay. Oh my God. Hello. Checkmate. I'm sleeping. I'm looking at M8. It's checkmate. Wow. U2 is you see, I still don't understand the full formation of numbers yet. I'm trying to bounce them off of things to see where else they come up with. But where U2 comes in, if I want to use part of the word U2, I'm going to use that in the word 7-up. And the reason for that is it's 7 times 3 equals 21. 7 plus 3 is 10. And I believe the formation, okay, in that 10 is right over here. See, we have 9 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boxes, right? But everybody knows all 9 boxes are inside of 1 box. So it's 9 boxes, right? 9 boxes inside 1 box. 1 box A, 9 boxes AI inside the cube. Everybody's looking at the cube. Everybody wants to know about the House of Kaaba, but does anybody do the artwork? So in this instance, not only do we have this, but we have the inside value of 4 dots connecting all these lines. What I mean is these teeny little dots over here. See the separation? That's for the Mars window. 1 window here, the connecting window here, another connecting window here, another connecting window here. 16. So now, since you have 16, you also have, that's 16 connected windows of 9. Those are the letters pi. The unused numbers to these letters, and in fact, this is 4 to the power of 2 and 3 to the power of 2, creating this 32 and 42. 42 known as the gateway. Although this is to the power, once you see 2 numbers together, you have to use it together. So this will create 6 and 8, and this will create 5 and 6. I do just the base equation. Actually, it's 5, 6, and 9 in this instance, and this is 6, 8, and 16. I'm using it in 3 scenarios: multiplying it, adding it, and squaring it. So this one will equal to 30, and this one will equal to 20. 30 and 20 comes into the boat right over here. This is the house of 11. Why I use house of, it's not only house of 11. Hold on, I just want to write down this word bull. Bull equals to 47, the same thing as time. 20 and 30 BC codes. I'm just trying to remember 20 and 30. 20 and 30 are really huge numbers, because in French, the end of everything ends with 20 and 30. Okay, I'm going to get back to that, the thing. So it ends with 20 and 30. I jumped around a little too much. Why I say it ends with 20 and 30? Because in French, they say 4 times 20 equaling to 80. 2 to the power of 3. And then what they say is they say 4 times 20 plus 10, and that's your 30. So your 20 goes with your 30. And your DC, and here's your DC, and DC in CD. This is where your 55 comes in. The reason for that is because the distance to the center, to the heart of these two numbers, okay, to the center of this number is plus 0.5. Although it's minus 0.5 because you're going into the center, but it is the 3. So since it is the 7, the halfway point between the two sides is 3.5. So you add to get to the middle. Here you subtract to get to the middle. 5 and 5 is 10, meeting at 1. Okay, I have a hard time concentrating with Pugsy over here. Okay. I'm going to get back to my stuff after. In French, when they say 90, they say 4 times 20 plus 10. So I've always been looking for something a little bit simpler. Where can 20 and 30 have its greatest value? And it has its greatest value in 80 and 90. Therefore, we don't need 10, we don't need 20, and we don't need 30. 40, okay, we're going to count 40. We're just going to keep 40 on the side right now, right? But everything is going to begin, let's say, at 40. And then the reverse of 40 is, there's a whole thing going on here. It has to be discussed. 4, 5, and 6, they're very special numbers. In cribbage, 4, 5, and 6 is an automatic 5 points. It's really the only 5 points with 3 in a row. I don't think there's any other, not that I know, with the sequence. Okay, wait. Yes, all in written, priceless. I need to switch to Leo Sater cubed. I wish can I put up. I just want to see some. No, I'm not going to do it yet. I want to finish with this equation over here. Maybe you can help me out what's going on, okay? Because in this, it's phi and it's pi inside something in this. Now, this is the Earth way. When I go one size bigger, when I have windows in every window, see here, I have singular dots. All these can be broken apart and splattered and have their own home. This is congested, right? How can I explain that? Anyways, I cannot go through the center of this, right? I can't go through the center. I'd have to go this way. I automatically have to go like this. So you see the letter R that shows up? And the reason I have to go like that is because you have to go from point to point or on a line. That's the builder's code. At least that's the way I call it, order to measure easily, right? You can just draw something from here to here and you know you're 45 degrees. You know above here is less than 45. You know down here is more than 45 degrees, right? But usually 45, it's not a measurement from the center, it's a measurement from the side. And it's inside a square, and a plywood is 2 sections, right? 8 by 4 plywood. So maybe I'm going to start to think about all the sizes of this being like this is 4 by 4. Anyways, I don't want to get into that right now. I'm trying to see where I was with this. Yes, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's your 16. So right away, you have 7 and 9. And this is inside that question, that's 7, 8, 9. So what happens is you have 7 over here, and you have 9 over here. If I was running the gematria piece 1 through 7, I can go 1 through 7 this way, and then I'm going to go 1 through 7 this way. So this is 5. I can't go anymore. I can't write. This is 7. This is 5. This is 3. This is 1. Now the next number, okay, or letter is, this is M, okay? The next letter would be N, which is 1, okay? But now I have to go over to O. I have to jump, but it's 1 and 1. I have been doing it usually, I have been putting the N over here and just going 1. So every other number I jump to, but over here I'm just moving over and only moving, only moving 1 letter. To pass through 360, 360, 360, 180, 360, 180, 360, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 3 minutes, 180 seconds. Anyways, it's a vertical plane, right? 180. Is that what 180 is? No, 180 is this way. This is 90. This is 180. So 180, would that mean on 1/2? I'm living the 360 life as 1/2. Anyways, I'm not going to get into that. And I also believe that our area of birth is in the minus house and not the plus house. 28, 38, 48, 49, 59, 68. Look at that. House plus is 68. That's where the house is. We live here in the me sun. Me sun, if you wouldn't see the word and I said me sun in another language, it would mean half sun. It is 13 and 9, and here's the sun, so it's 54, 9, and 22. MI is 22. That's the windows of Mars. It also represents ape and a whole bunch of other words. 2 by 2, 2 times 2, 2 plus 2 equals 4 and 4, 8. So right away it's expressing the heavens. The heavens come from 88. I'm going to try and explain this. Just give me a minute to get my bearings on. So 22 and 54. 22 and 54, 54, 54 and 22. Well, are we doing this in the spirit of 76? 7 and 6 is 13 to a sweet 16. 8 and 8, 16. 9 and 7, 16. 9 and 7, 16. Here is number 9 over here. And what connects all this? Number 8 brings the gateway, and 9. This is the birth. So this is number 8. See the way it's, the cutoff is over here? So 8 goes over here, and 6 goes over here and over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 5, 4 is over here. And 2 is over here, if this is the way the artwood would work. Okay. Let me read. Let me just stop for a second so I can catch up. The gap. You see, 360 has come up with me before, and I found out a little bit of what it is, where it comes from, and then I forget, and then it comes back, and then I forget because I keep bumping into situations where I get 360. And I believe the reason, I'm going to get back and finish my equation. I don't like to stop in between, but I remember this. I have it on the page. Is that, first of all, it creates 2 letters, the I and the R. They are a reflection of each other. The sun is numeric value 54, so it's 2 letters. The IR as 99, okay, because the I is the 9th letter, and the R is the 18th. They are a reflection of each other because the reverse alphabet is I to R, like S is to H. The other thing about this is that when you want to create 18 or 9, you would create it from 9 times 9, 9 plus 9. That numeric value comes from Jupiter. It also comes from the word 13. Inside the word third or 1/3, inside the word third, it's going to be TH, time heaven, only begins at fourth, 1, 2, 3, 4, or you're coming in fourth place, and it only begins at number 4. Wow, too much explaining. I seem to lose my connection. 360, the sun. 18 and 9 is 27. The reverse alphabet are 270, or 3 parts of 4. 270 degrees of 360 degrees is explaining 3/4. 3/4 represents DC. It represents the moon. It represents 55. I was speaking about this before. The reason why DC represents 55 is because both 3 and 4 are 0.5 away from the center. That 0.5, okay, or 55, is created through 7 times 6, 7 plus 6 equals to 13, equals to 42, minus and plus equals to 55 and 29. When I go to the plus side and the minus side, I question what's happening. A little too much light or something. I question what's happening where we are here. I still question where we are here. According to what I understand is we're right over here. 9 times 25, because our plug, jack, right? Our communication, bell, 24, 20, 12 and 12, 24 and 5, 29, 31. Bell, box, 31, cube, 31, 9 squares, 81. Well, actually, what I mean is a square. The value to that is 81. Venus, 1 and 8. Remember that 1 and 8. The 9 times 9, 9 plus 9 equals to 81, equals to 18. So we were just talking about I and R, which have a 27 letter reverse, equaling to 54. The numeric value for the sun and breath. Those are the 2 words I have found so far. I need to create that program. We're climbing out of the shell. You are recognized, bruv. H345, H345, H345. The heavens of creation in the sun, if you're looking at it that way. So we're going to get back to where's that 55. So we have TH and IR. So inside the 28th cycle of the moon, we have the 27 something of the sun. So when we go 3 by 27, we get 81. So now if I look at this, I get Venus square to the sun. Why do I write this like this? Why did I do 3? It's formation. First you go 27 and 27 equals to 54 equals to 45. So it's automatically telling me in short form that it's the fox pass, which is inside the cube, for a reason that the calculator and the cube, if I exchange the dots for numbers, this total here, 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 3 is 6, plus 4 is 10, plus 5 is 15, plus 6 is 21, plus 7 is 28, 36, 45. 45. So 1 through 6 equals to 21, and 7, 8, 9 equals to 24. This is your gateway. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is 8 and 6. Now I'm going to just tell you that because in the game of craps, let me see if I have it. If I have it right over here. In the game of craps, the separation and the odds comes between 6 and 8. They tell us. I use the rules in the games. Okay. They show us what the numbers are, what the odds are. They have a whole game made on numbers. So is it any different if I just take all the games and put them together, each one telling a different story? You do realize how this is a mind merge, meaning mind merge, merging all the minds. Is that what we're doing? Let me fix the focus here. So we're back. Okay. Pilled.net. Well, you can do what you want. You want to get me somewhere, set it up, do it. I can never promise what I'll be like on any given night. Either I'm in and I feel it and I'm online, right? Or I'm not. It's one of the two. I haven't been really working too much. I've been so busy with, I had written a story. Just give me a second. I'm trying to. Okay. No, I had said something like sometimes you want to break away and just think of yourself. I don't know why I'm on this, but I have to I'm just something I had to get out there, so it's like it's in Cortana or whatever. So I can think of only myself and not care about anybody else. But then what does the I really look for? What does the I really want? Some eyes want that. Other eyes want to see the goodness, want to see people smile and know the truth, know the real truth, and care about the people around them, so that the worldly ways will conform to. Anyways, let's just throw that away. Let's get back on to where I was. 7, 8, 9. So now in 13. Right? In 13, the word teen is 44. The word space is 44. The word area is 25. The separation of the gateway is 34 and 43. So we note it as cold and hot. But if we had only one of them, it would be 44 and 33. So now we would have the separation of the gate, 8 and 6. Where do I get this from? Cold is valued at 34, hot is valued at 43. But if they were both the same on each side, it would be 33 and 44. 55, 55, the twins had to come down 110 towers on the go. 44, 86, the divided house created by number 24, electric company. Electric company, there's 2453, EC, 11 craps. If they're talking about 11 craps, they're going 6 and 5, or 1 and 2, 1 and 1, and they're going to bar the 66. So if they bar it this way, up to what is 11, or if they bar it this way, to what is 11. Horizontal and verticals. So let's get back to the 88 and 7, 8, 9. Because this 8 goes over here, did 9 eat 7? or 7, 8, 9. In both instances, you must use the word 8. So if you're going 88, you'll be talking about both of them. At the same time, it's going to be 686 in this situation. So you're already talking about the house planet because both words are 6 and 8. There are other words. I have to find words that will help me enumerate this. Mars, 6 and 5, 11, 11, 11, 11, 14. This one over here, okay, it's all questionable to why it's there. And every time I see the slash, that's a Z. That's a Z. It's also noted to be a good AI gateway of U. The U is used somewhere in the zodiac. The U is also could be used as a lamb or a ram. 24 is the gateway. You could be using number 14, the gateway in the sun. 2 times 8, 2 plus 8 will create 8 and 6, 14. That will create 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, 5 and 4, or 4 and 5. So because you can do it both ways, 4 and 5 and 5 and 4. So now you can say 5 and 4, 9. And now because you can do it both ways, you're going to say it again. And now that you can say it again, because you're doing it both ways, you're going to get 9 and 18. 3 times 6, 3 plus 6 is your 9 and 18. And this is, did you see the mechanism of how I did this? So anyways, let me get back to this. So your number 8 here comes in 7, 8, 9. So here you have your 88. Your 88 equals to 16, and your 7 and 9 equals to 16. This is Pegasus. Now, how does this relate to this? Is because cold and hot is also noted to be blue and red. The colors, when you go to the sink, cold is blue, red is hot, and they will create what is purple. And purple is number 88, and Pegasus is 88. Purple rain, we must understand what is the rain from the prince. And in both words, you have both R and I inside the words. I don't know what it means. The reason for this, the rain, is because Prince sang Purple Rain. So this is 18, 9. It's 27 and 15 equals to 42. And it tells you right away, it creates the gateway in the house. Also, the words cat. As well, those numbers over here is the word 9 and 5. Ironically, okay, are telling about the house planet. Birth of 5 inside 9. The E is inside 9. And what's ironic about that is that 9, okay, 4, 5, 9 is equal to 4, 5, 9 is equal to 2, 3, 5. 3, 6, 9 is equal to 4, 1, 5. Now, when we get this scenario over here, so we understand what happens over here, why 7, 8, 9, and what 88, 7 and 9, 16, and 8 and 8, 16. So not only do we have 1 and 6, 16, or 7, or 2 and 5, or 3 and 4, we also have 7 and 9, and 8 and 8. And for me, I like to look at this design for that reality. Another way we can look at maybe something is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. So Z ends up in this area here running under number 7, the whole alphabet. Like here it says like Ahova. You know, like in Jehovah, it says Jehovah over here. So this is number 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this is number 8. And then this is number 8. So HPX. And I don't remember where I've seen that. 8, 16, and 24. 8, 7, 6. Deck of cards is put together that way. Let me not look at that anymore. We can look at the numeric value for 7. It's going to tell me king. It's going to tell me home. It's also going to do a numeric value that will bring DNA. The letter N, the 14th letter, the reverse is M. I always use this, and I'll just say moon over here. Our 36 and 13 come in over here. So I have to question, is this where my 36 comes in the house? Is my division in the moon come in over here, my DC gateway? This number will create 3 and 4. It'll go on to create 12 and 7 equal to 19, and that's where my AI comes in. Now the question is it AI this way? If it was the cube, the ace dot is in the 5 position. The 5 is inside the heart of the 9. Earth, a Mars Earth design and an Earth design. The only way Mars can come in is this way or this way. That's all that Mars can do on this angle. That's our entry. This is Earth, and our entry can only be the 45-degree angle. See, Mars is a single line like that, right through the center. So I have to go through the center. I can't zigzag. Mars is a dot, and it's a single split. Earth is a double split. Mars is number 51, 5 and 1. Earth is number 52, 5 and 2, leading us to see the spirit of 76. At the same time, this is 31 and this is 40, equaling to 71. And then there's a mathematical reality that goes on with that. I'm not sure if I explained everything. I was back to purple. I was back to 13. Because 99, well, we already did the 99 piece. We already did the 99 piece, right? We already did that, and that's also Jupiter. I mean, it says it for me right in the word. Terre, retina, eye, also meaning earth from French to English. Pi telling me a division of 3. Jew, this is really, for me, the cube. It's 10 and 21. That is the combination. 7 times 3, 7 plus 3, equaling to 21, equaling to 10. And this is the single zero roulette of 37 numbers. And the roulette board. The roulette board over there on the floor. Do I have enough light? Hold on a second. I don't know if you can see the cube in the center, but that center cube, okay, over there is 37, 37, 37. All the numbers. Whoop. Just hold on a second, my phone. Okay, so wow, this light. So let me see where I was. Let me see where I am. I had 44 space, and teen space. You see, am I going to use the numbers, 2 numbers at a time, 44 and 44? Okay, I'm just trying to see where I am, what we did over here. So here's all the ways to 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 times 7 to equal to 35. In roulette, okay, all the direct bets on a number are 35 to 1. That's an 8. So if I put a chip right over here on number 5 or any one of these numbers, I'm going to get 35 to 1. If I put it between 2 numbers, I'll get 17 to 1. If I put it between four numbers, I'll get 8 to 1. 1 and 7 equals to 8. 8 equals to 8. 3 and 5 equals to 8. And then you have all your in-between numbers. If I take three numbers, it becomes 11 to 1. So if you want to know what 1111 is, we might be betting two rows. 6 numbers out of 36 numbers. Forget about the 000. It's added on to the house. Perhaps it's the roof instead of living in an open sky. I'm just trying to see. There's so many things going on here. This is where the IT system comes in. Internet service, something to do with the internet. I don't know what it is. The IT, and we become the sun suits, the 4 sun suits, the deck of cards. Even I'm just trying to figure out where we are. What else in these words? If we would take away all the E's, they all have E's. Like if I would do a word comparison, right? 9 equals to 42, take away 14. So 9 equals to 28 and 14. The reason I did that is there's an extra N, so I'm going to separate the addition. So I see the moon, okay? I see your DNA, your AD and into the sun, or adding up A through D in this scenario will create this. Counting down from this scenario, it will create 20. Counting up from this scenario, it will create a cat. Anyways, I think it's time to head out. It seems like everybody has left. I love the way you see singularity. Thank you very much. How come it doesn't say who? Cloth, cloth, cloth. 3 cloth when it comes together. Cloth. And then the levels of the letters, your obligations on the square paper, because these square papers are pixels or cells. So I would have to understand, how am I going to create something on this? How can I create it? How much area space do I need? And there's a game out there called Go. And you're supposed to take these round circles and put them on the corner of 4 squares. Well, if it's 4 squares, if it wasn't a square, if it was all circles, you would be putting it over, you see, you have to push it over just a little bit. If it was 3 circles, right, and you had to put a chip over the 3 circles, you'd put your chip here. But when you're putting it over, you're not going to say it's a dot. And when you have 4 of them, right, and you put something over, this is 4 corners, and this is 3 corners. So there's 2 different stories going on here. The same as this is only this times 4. But this is where the window comes in, 22. And this is 1 and 8. It's the divider of your 1111. And this is where your earth comes in. The reason for that is the numeric value of earth is 52. And this is the artwork. You can have another one in here, but when you have earth, you automatically have Mars. I cannot do this any other way. And the reason I pass is because builder's code, I have to reach the corner. I have to go on the lines and reach the corners. Builder's code. And inside of what is 988.6? Inside 988.6. So inside is that gate. The minute you turn it on an angle, you're already talking about L7. You're also talking about the Z, which is above and below, and the N replica. This is Mars, Mars 22, Earth 33, 16 and 9, 4 and 4 equals to 8, equals to 8, and this one. So we have PH and I, or PI, or use it as you wish. But Raphael, just let me see. I need something to drink. There was nobody here. I'm just about. Let me see. Yes, equals outcomes. Fancy a game of 4D chess. If I can understand the game a little bit more, we do know that the chessboard apparently is on a board 8x8. We do know that the chessboard has 32 whites and 32 blacks. We do know that I'm thinking that there are 16 and 16 chess pieces. So the chess pieces take up half the board, and then there's half the board left over to play. In reality, okay, there's only the quarter board because it has to be split between both sides. So there's only 2 rows and 2 rows, or 16 and 16, in order to start the game. 1 times 6, 1 plus 6 creates 7 and 6, Earth and Mars. How do we create 6? Well, first of all, how do we create 8? 8s create 8s, create 8s. 8 times 8, 64. 8 plus 8, 16 plus 64, 8t. 8t, a gateway, the heaven's gate. When the expressions of words, 8 is a special word. When you say 60, 70, 80, 90, you're always adding on ty, ty. But when you get to 80, you only add on y. You're only adding on 25. You're not adding on ty to anything else. You're not putting a gateway anywhere, only on 80. So it's separated. And ty is 45, and that's a passage, the Fox pass. There are others. It's the cube, Fox pass, and the sun. When you add up 1 through 9, it equals to 45. There are 6 sides on this cube. When you add up 1 to 9, it equals to 45 times 6. 6 by 5 is 30. 6 by 4, 24. 24 and 30, 270. 27. 3 times 6, 3 plus 6, 270, 270 degrees. That's 3/4. Anything that has to do with 3/4 can also be noted as 0.75. So again, we're talking about the moon. And in the last equation, 5 and 7, the singular moon of 5 and 7, where it's 1 times 2, 1 plus 2, the Bat Lady Mitzvah. And this one is where you bar the 66, the 7th gate, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3. The male's bar mitzvah, the bar and the bat. Things are happening and repeating because we live in the world that was pre-created, and then we were born into it. Nobody has any idea. It's in the word. They gave it to us. Did not the Creator say unto Moses something about I am that I am, and in the word? Mirror of L90/0. That creates a gate because of the slash. The L is a wing. The L is, I'm just trying to think, because it's also part of a quarter of something. So the L being 12 and the O being 15, both have the value of 0.25. One would be basketball, and one would be all sports with quarters, 15-minute quarters. Let me go quarters. So games with, so here, let me just show you. In basketball, there's 4 quarters of 12 equaling to 48. 4 times 12 is 48. And that's a basketball game. And when you play other games that require 4 quarters times 15 equals to 60 minutes. Hockey is 3 times 20 equaling to 60 minutes. You see the separation? This is the mirrored world. This is not. Yes. I just want to take one tiny look at something on the one of the social media networks. Let me jump into here. Checkmate. Yes. Yes. Checkmate. Right. Checkmate. 11, 16, and 14 is 30. So right away, I always thought Mars was 30. This is a questionable call. The reason for this, hold on a second. The reason for this is that there are the fourth planet, and there are 4 months, okay, months of 30 days. Mate is 5 and 20 and 1 and 13 is 14, 34, 39. Wow. Angel, 10. I like to say the sky, and they're the birth and the sun. Okay, this is French, right? But for some reason, I was taught to add or subtract 10. And this is on a small level. I have to multiply this either by 3 or by 4 because this is singularity. So if I multiply it by 2, it becomes 58. If I multiply it by 3, it becomes 87. It becomes now in a gateway. If I multiply it by 4, I have 116. I have to think about these. I also have 29 times 4 equals to 89. Okay, so I would use these two that I'm more familiar with. Okay, this is your high birth, your birth into the earth cage, the 9 lives of the cat, and this is your gateway, your sky gate. And sky, by the way, is 55, and that relates to Jupiter. So I'm trying to associate the days of the week, the moons and the planets and the zodiac, and bring that all together and understanding a little bit more about math association. And it's getting late. It's time to hit the hey. Now, if I'm going to hit the hey, Aleph, Beit, Gimel, Dalet, hey, the 5th letter, the E worlds. I don't know the true value in Hebrew what it is, but I'm going to hit the E worlds. Just connected enough for the body to breathe, for my mind to slumber from this world, where I am I, to go into the H position, into the heavens, and leave my hands to the creators of the digital. However we came in here, whatever these bodies are that we are using, use them in good faith. Serve them well. Honor your body. Because it's the ark that holds your mind, your chalice. L'chaim, to life. 25 years to life. Thank you for watching, Raphael. 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. And just before we go, I like to see those commandments. So let me see if we can... I can't even hold my camera steady, eh? The alphabet and math, the artwork. Where does it come from? Not from me. This has been sent out in all the games that have ever been played. There's a little bit of artwork. The question is, what equation will you use for your design? What will you do? I have some designs where instead of putting a number, I put a square. I have one game where there's 18 red squares and there's 18 black lines, or there's 18 X's and there's 18 squares. So I do something a little bit different, and it turns the design into something different. By the way, in reality, I have binary code. I have, when they took the penny off the market, association of moon numbers, which is 510, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's your diameter moon. And then you have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Everything. So you pay either 5 cents or 10 cents. JE. And in French, je, or the pronunciation is game, or je comme je suis, I am. Most of what I have on the floor is roulette, is from the 36 numbers of roulette. And I'm working on, or I'm starting over again. I've done it before, in where I'm going to narrow pi down to three basic numbers, and there's going to be two colors. At first I'm just going to leave it at one color and just reassociate to see where our three numbers repeat in sections of 9. A roulette has sections of 12 and not sections of 9. They use dozens, they don't use 9. So 9 is actually 3 parts of 4. And it's not a square, it's a rectangle, just like a sphere basically can be. I've got an upside down cat here. Want to see it? So Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I want to thank you for watching this video and enjoy your day. Hopefully, if we can create a program, looking for somebody so I can install all the equations so the words can start talking. If you know somebody who wants to set up some kind of deal, I'd be more than open. And if you want to take me on that pilled.net, just give me a shout. Thank you for watching. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus.